Not sure what your numbers are over the year, but it seems like they're really low. And at one point in the game, I noticed there was just 2 penalties, and then there were a rash of penalties right when I looked at that stat. But you must be pleased. I mean, do you work on it in the respect of administrative penalties, the little things, because it doesn't seem to be a lot, and turnovers as well.
Yeah, there's been I think that goes into our guys being focused and paying attention during practice and what they're getting coached. We're not into the, unforced errors in regards to, like you're saying, procedure, delay a game, offsides, some of these things that's totally controllable. And we haven't been awful at it. There's going to be penalties in the game. This thing's physical. Guys are flying around. Things are going to happen. But I don't think it's been a huge hindrance to us. In regards to taking care of the ball, I'm pleased with kind of the total numbers after how, we played 9 games. Where we're at there, I think we feel okay.
You dug yourself a hole against Colorado, came back, dug yourself a hole against USC, was right there. Are you worried that your guys may think that we're in these games that we dig a hole, dig ourselves a hole, we can do it? Is that kind of a bad habit to get into, or?
Well, we don't love it. I know that. And we talk about we don't need to get into a hole to start, but for whatever reason. And again, I go back, I don't think it's a lack of preparation, focus, effort, like through the week or what they're getting ready to the game. I mean, it's just something that we've had to deal with really most of the games. And so I am proud of the resiliency. 60 minutes of football, it's not talking about like being able to finish the last 15. It's being ready to go in the first 15 too.
Jonathan, the run defense has kind of been a bit of a struggle this year. This week you play a team in Stanford that's, run first, wanting to run, kind of right at you. What kind of challenge is a team that can bring in sometimes no wide receivers and all offensive linemen to kind of, run power right at you?
Yeah, it is a challenge. I mean, week in and week out, everybody is going to try to establish some type of run game, look a little different weeks. But these guys are known for that. They play a physical brand of football, and so that's what you got to look forward to is another great challenge to get better at it and face a good opponent who likes to run the ball. I will say I think they are throwing it a little bit more than maybe normal in the years past, but because they got a good quarterback, he's a good player. So yeah, we're always looking ways to continue to improve and get that fixed.
On the kickoff return from Trevon, I kind of watched a little bit several times, but I didn't have the wide view. Could you tell that his little fake moved their guys at all, or would he have gone through there regardless of whether that fake was there?
No, the fake was a part of that. That was designed. Coach Cookus, I thought, did a great job. I mean, you could even see SC pointing because we had Champ kind of hiding out again like we had thrown back before a couple weeks ago, and so they're pointing him out, and that took 3 guys with the attention, and so that made a huge difference.
Okay, so you did see it. So there was that.
Oh yeah,
did do something there.
Yeah, I think the whole setup, along with the action fake, did draw some attention.
The 2 delay game penalties on defense. What did you see? What did you see there?
What
was explained to you, I guess.
Not a lot, and I thought it looked very similar to a couple of false starts.
And so, Nick, I'm going to follow that if that's okay. With respect to, you said you want to look at penalties with respect to how you coach your guys up. So on the stemming, when they called you the exaggerated movement call, I've never heard that phrase before. I don't know if you had. I mean, it is generally speaking that usually not penalized.
I think that I think there's been some inconsistency on how that's interpreted, and that's what continue to get clarification week in and week out on a lot of different schemes. Yeah.
But stemming, a lot of teams do it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and we've seen it, and both. And it's a good scheme. I mean, you don't want to just stay in the same defensive front the whole time without the ability to change that front. Just like offenses change the formation from 2x2 to 3x1. I mean, that takes place on both sides.
Noah Tongiai, coach, on the drive where he had caught the pass on the out and then the touchdown.
Yeah.
It looks like some of the athleticism may be kind of coming back to you.
It's getting closer. I still don't think that's 100%, but I do appreciate that guy because he's not been 100%, and he's continued to battle out there. It's a big time play for the touchdown and on the earlier catch, and so I think that's got another guy who's been battling through some things and continues to improve, continues to accept the role of being physical in the run game. So we've liked his progression.
What did you see when Jamar had 5 carries for 45 yards in that flurry in the third quarter where it looked like you had stuff going on at the line of scrimmage and you hit some stuff in the run game?
Yeah, I think some of that is coming out of the half of, we had thrown it a bunch, and so they were going to begin to try to take that away in the past game. Changed the tempo a little bit on a couple of those calls, and so sometimes the run game takes a minute to get going. Those are body blows. Yeah, they're not long gains, but you just got to keep on working at it, and I think it paid dividends on a couple of those carries.
Stanford, you've obviously played there a few times over your career. Is there anything unusual about playing at Stanford?
I don't know about unusual. I think it's a good setting. It's a nice new stadium. They refurbished whatever, I don't know, 6 years ago or something. It's not the most energetic crowd, compared to some of the other places we'll be at. And it's grass, but nothing really standing out.
I think Riley Sharp played Saturday. It was the first time he played. Is it likely that anybody else is going to play first time these last 3 games?
I think there's a chance. I don't think 100%, but there's a chance you might see a little Jake Levengood, true freshman old lineman that hasn't played quite yet. You might see a little bit of Irish in the next 3 games because he's played in 2, still shooting to redshirt him. Same thing we're doing with Riley.
And Morris,
It's doubtful. I mean, the guy's working at it, but he's not quite there to be able to feel like you put him out there in a position where he can succeed. Not obviously injury prevention, but also just a limited amount of reps.
he's
He hasn't.
not doing anything really.
Not yet.
So,
Not yet.
So pretty unlikely.
Very unlikely. Yeah.
So, Jonathan, sorry, just following up on that. When you mean unlikely, are you ready to confirm that he might be out for the season, or still kind of waiting to see on those last 3 weeks?
Yeah, I can't confirm he's out for the year because the way he's been continuing to work, I just don't see him being ready here in 4 days to get on the airplane.
And then secondly, you kind of already mentioned Jake. Was there anyone else from that USC game that maybe got out of there with an injury you're concerned about this next weekend?
I don't think we had anyone got an injury that should be out for Saturday. I'll have a better idea on Thursday on how this week of practice goes, but I don't think so.